Hello everyone, I'm so excited today because I finally get to talk about a project that xoBeauty has been working on in collaboration with KYLEE there. Oh my goodness, we've been working on this for like 2 years, you guys. It's been such a long time coming. But do you know what I love about KYLEE? He made sure this palette was literally perfect. The formulas, the colors, he wanted this to work on everyone. Every color in here is intentional. She is really everything. She's everything. Mix and match the shades, wear them on your eyes, wear them on your face. Blush, bronzer, highlight, eyeshadow. This color is even fantastic to clean up like around the eyes. It's super brightening. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I do show you how to use it in this video. It's almost like concealer and eyeshadow. I'm not going to talk too much in detail about all of the amazing meaning behind the names, behind the shades. I'm going to leave that for KYLEE. I'm going to link his videos down below so you can watch and really learn all about the palettes and be introduced to KYLEE yourself as well if you have not come across his social media before. Why did I want to work with KYLEE for xoBeauty's first collaboration? To put it simply, I just loved watching his videos. He's got this amazing aura about him, confidence. He's also a really good teacher. He's got really good values in life. He stands up for what he believes in. I just think he's just a really good person. I think creatively he is inspiring to myself. Meeting him in person as well, he was just like a warm hug. Like, he's just a really good person, guys. I'm so thankful that he wanted to work with me. It is the perfect palette if you just want something to add to your collection that you will literally reach for every day. It is an everyday palette. Daytime, nighttime, natural glam, simple glam, full glam, blush or bronzer. It's going to be that palette that just kind of sits on top of your desk that you're just always going to be like whipping into. You can use it alone or you can use it with any other palettes or, you know, makeup items that you use every day as well. It's just gonna slide straight into your everyday. The shimmers in here are just unreal. The pigment's amazing. There's barely any fallout. They're just so buttery, creamy, pigmented, like everything about them amazing. And they've been designed to be able to be worn on the face, on the eyes, not just eyeshadow, you know what I mean? You can mix the contour and the bronzer to customize like how cool toned you want it. There's an amazing dark gray eyeshadow which you just do not see very often at all. The blush is literally unreal. I will probably be using this almost every day over summer. If you want to learn more about the palette, yeah, please go visit KYLEE's pages. Everything will be linked below, of course. And this is out already. It came out yesterday, so head over to xobeautyshop.com. I just think this is so cool and so exciting. Honestly, this entire experience was just so special. So I truly hope that this is a success. I'm so proud of it, and I know KYLEE's so proud of it, and yeah, it's just been the best experience. So without further ado, let's get into this little tutorial. I want to show you how I did my makeup today. You will have to excuse the very messy background. I haven't cleaned up my room since doing a PR haul. I need to like put it all away and everything, and it's just, you know, I've just been putting it off. I think I'm going to start with a little bit of like bronzer because I feel very flat right now. I'm going to get a little custom shade. I'm going to mix these two together. Got a little bit of fake tan on, so it's just gonna make the perfect like medium bronzer shade for me right now. These are the nicest formula, really easy to blend, buildable as well. Taking a little bit down my nose as well. I should probably like put some tan on my hands because my hands are exposing me right now. My freaking hairs are going everywhere. How perfect is that undertone? It's seriously perfection, dreamy, perfect amount of warmth. Like, I'm just obsessed. Since these formulas are kind of designed to be mixed and matched, worn however you want, I'm also going to take that exact same shade, so mixing the two together, and I'm going to put that through my crease. Oh, my jaw just clicked. And I should probably pop on a eye primer, but I can't be bothered. So I'll just show you how they look with no eye primer, because obviously if you use an eye primer, they're going to be even better, but they genuinely work well anyway. Let me show you how easy these blend. We'll build it up, of course. I'm going to go kind of close to that tail of my brow, blend it over on top of that brow bone a little bit. It's just the look I like. I'm just bringing it out a little bit towards the bronzer on my cheeks and temples. Sorry if the lighting's like switching every 5 seconds. It's super windy and cloudy outside. I love a good like bone kind of color. This is probably the worst brush to use for this step. Usually I'd use something a little bit smaller and flatter, but it literally just like covers up everything and makes my skin look so perfect as well. Like concealer but eyeshadow. This palette is so perfect as well if you love a... There's no Zeusy barking, but Louie's making up for it. I actually am about to have a mental breakdown. Had the biggest brain fart and I wasn't filming. That's wild. I feel like I've just ruined my entire video. I'm going to show you what I did. We're going to make lemonade out of these lemons because I love this look. I don't want it to go to waste. I'm going to have to refilm another tutorial because I'm not just uploading a video like this. Let me show you what I used and then I'm going to do a second look using the palette. Maybe we'll do something a bit more cool toned and I'll include it after this. So we'll just do a 2-in-1. Everything is fine. You saw me do the most boring part of my eye makeup. Oh my gosh, why me? Guys, I am obviously, I'm actually literally going, I'm about to freaking cry. Do not cry, Shannon. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to do such a good job in this video, but let's just keep it real. That's what I do on my channel. We're keeping it real. Everything's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm so sorry. I went in with the darkest bronzer shade. For me, obviously, it's pretty much always going to be too dark, so I love it as an eyeshadow color, so I put that on my outer wing, right? And then I put it a little bit up into the crease. This is a very simple eye look at least, so like, you really don't need to watch how I did it. You just need to know the shades I used and you can recreate this very easily. Then I used this shade here, which is a deep brown. They do look similar in the pan, but they're not. It gives a really nice gradient effect. I kind of focused that darker color. This one right here, it's called Virgo. I put that closer to the lash line and kind of thickened up the wing. Then I used a tiny bit of the black and I really winged that out and I was whinging because I completely effed up the sides. Like this one's up, this one's out. The eyes are not even related today. So that's how I got that really defined shape. And then I also ran a little bit of the dark brown and the black mixed together under the lash line, making sure that I didn't use too much black. I really wanted it to just be like a little bit, just to make it really dark. Then on my lid, I went with the champagne shimmer. I was tossing up between that and the gold, but I just think that that looks really, really nice since I'm wearing a bit of brown. I don't know. And I just applied that with a brush over the lid. You can use your fingers, of course. I just wanted to be quite precise. And so I kind of put that on the inner side and also my inner corner. And then on top of the very inner corner, I used a little bit of XO, which is like a white glitter. Sorry, the color adjustment, the lighting adjustment's like freaking out because this is silver. But I did that a little bit on the inner corner. Then I'm raging because I literally did the most beautiful blush. Like, look at that blush. Let's put on a bit more for fun. This is Uffy. It is the most amazing blush color in the world. Like, I'll happily put on a little bit more. You know what? I want to zoom you in just a little bit more. It is, whoops, literally perfection. Now, if you have a lighter skin tone, just make sure you go easy because it is quite pigmented and it's designed to be able to be used on deeper skin tones. So you just want to go in with a light hand. And then I mixed a little tiny bit of this shade right here. This is a pink golden glittery kind of shade. I mixed a little bit of that on top to give a glow. And then the super glow part right here, you can see is XO again. It's like the most perfect like veil of white glitter. It's amazing. Apply it very sparingly on the cheekbone. I put a little bit too much. It is so pigmented and intense. And then I was just saying I finished off with a little bit of jelly mist. I don't want to apply too much more, but I find this really hydrating and glowy because I used MAC Studio Fix today with a powder on top, so I was feeling a little bit dull. So that's just made my skin look a lot more glowy, which I personally love. And I like doing that at the end just to like melt all of the powders together and make everything look seamless. I feel like trash. I am so sorry that my brain did that to me, to be honest. Like, that's crazy. It's been a really long time since I have effed up that badly, and it's like the most important video this year. Something that's been in progress for like 2 years, guys, and I mucked it up. I need to like, I should really be refilming this whole video, but I'm actually just like angry at myself. This also makes a beautiful highlighter, the champagne. Mix and match, guys. Use them however you want. If you find that you really want, like if you're doing this eye look and you want it to be super warm, you know I love an orangey neutral like terracotta color. This in the crease to really add a lot of warmth. Perfection. But today we're leaving it like this because I want it to be a little bit more like neutral. I'm gonna pop on a lash, pop on a lip. Might actually just do this half lash again. We did this And what did I do it in? I think it was another video. This is Whisper. It's a faux lash. You can see there's only one in there because what I like to do is just chop it in half and pop it on the outer corners. The lash itself is like quite symmetrical and longest in the center. So if you were to wear them, you know, just as intended, they give a beautiful, it's not gonna, like, they're clearly too big. I'd have to trim them first, but it gives a lot of like height to your eye. Like, they're so fluffy and gorgeous and wispy. But if you cut it right in the middle, you're gonna get like a little cat eye effect, which is what we're gonna do today because I just think it suits the eyeliner really well. I'm gonna let some glue dry and I'm going to put on some mascara. Both of these are available on xobeautyshop.com as well. And I have already put on my lash serum from xoBeauty. It is the best lash serum in the world. All right, so I put those on. I also did some nude in the waterline just to brighten my eyes up a little bit more. And look how nice and fluffy they look from above as well. Like, I just love. And it means that we're not covering up all of that beautiful shimmer on the inner part of the eye. Perfect. For my lips, I'm gonna do clay. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with a little touch of Willow lipstick, which is quite cool toned. And then I'm gonna put on a little bit of Island Girl by Dreamy Cosmetics. The only thing left to do is just to add a little bit more brow gel, I think, just to, I don't know, liven up my brows a little bit. They look a little bit dull. Maybe add something with a little bit of warmth. This is a really old Charlotte Tilbury one. And I do still have a little pimple on my eyebrow, so that's good. If you're wondering why the inner part of this eyebrow looks cooked, that's why. Here is the finished look for today. The perfect like evening makeup. This would also look perfect if you wanted to do a little peachy lip as well. Let me just show you just so you can see. This is nice though if you just have like a real nude. I'm literally just removing some from the center. I've left the liner intact. And then let's go in with Nectar, which is a matte liquid. And like kind of share that out with my finger. And is that not the like most perfect color to go with the blush? We'll just go back in and blend the liner in a little. And then I'm just going to whip on a little bit of Rose's lip gloss, because I'm loving glossy lips right now. Do you prefer the like coral lips or do you prefer the nude? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. Let's go to another one because I am an idiot. You wouldn't believe it, but I just literally started doing my intro and I wasn't filming again. Anyway, I've already done my base because we're going to use the palette to do my eyes, bronzer, blush, and I'm going to do my lips with you guys. You can also use this for your brows, but I just got carried away. I forgot. I'll do it in another video. But yes, let's do more of a slightly cool tone look today, I reckon, just to switch it up from the last look I did. And this time I did a eye primer, just the P. Louise one today. I'm going to start by mixing together the kind of contour shade and the lighter bronzer. Really defining the crease. Now I'm going to take this really fun dark grey colour. We're going to do a little halo eye moment. So I'm going to use this pencil brush just to apply it to my inner corner. By the way guys, you need to go check out KYLEE's page. He has been pumping out all of the like tutorials and just the look inspirations with this palette. Oh my goodness, the looks are insane. I need to recreate one. Just kind of outlining that kind of area there like that. Then I'm going to go in with the contour shade and go around the edges. Both edges, so the inside edge and the outside edge. Wedging the darkest grey in between. Sorry if you can hear the creaking. My lights are just creaking like crazy today and I'm nervous. I'm like, are these going to fall on me in a second? That'd be my luck. You know, I love like a grungy like halo eye moment. I just feel like the key is to not like think about it too much. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to, do I want to take a brush on my finger? I'm gonna use this one here. This is a cool tone taupe shimmer. It's called Trash. So buttery, so pigmented, just perfection. And I'm going to gently press this, leaving the center of my eye relatively bare. And then let's do Lily, which is this one here. It's more of a champagne, right on the center. Look at how much like shimmer and pigment there is. They almost look wet. They almost are like a powdery version of those magnificent metal eyeshadows from back in the day, you know? Just perfection. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of my contour shade on the blendy brush and just add a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit more grey. And I'm just going to leave it very simple. Look at that. There's barely any fallout. I haven't brushed away any yet. It's like literally so minimal. I'm just going to use my brush just to get off the couple that there is. I'm going to take this like concealer brush, this colour here. I love to use this almost like concealer and just sharpen up that edge. I'm also going to put a little bit on my inner corner just to really brighten right here. Underneath, I'm going to go in with the little bit of the dark grey on my brush and the contour shade and mix them together and just run that across the lower lash line. Because I don't want anything too harsh, but I want there to be something to balance out that top like depth. Okay, now I'm going to do a dark waterline with some black eyeliner and mascara and lashes. I'll do that off camera just because I don't want this video to be too long. That's all of the eyeshadow on. I'll be right back. Okay, my eyeliner is so dried out, so I'm back already. I'm gonna just use the black eyeshadow and do like a smoky liner instead. So I've got the base on, which was my liquid. I used the roller liner. I love this to pieces. It's just that mine's running out. Also, I used my taupe Natasha Denona eyeliner in my waterline, just a dark color that doesn't make my eyes look miniature. You know, it's giving the dark waterline without looking too full on. So yeah, going in with the black, I'm just going to tap that on top and sharpen up the wing a little bit. This is an intense matte black. This was the move anyway. Like, oh, I love a smoky eyeliner and it actually looks really good with this look. Okay, I'm just making the other side bigger now because I completely effed up and made them real uneven again. Hopefully, I can't talk. Hopefully my lashes are not terrible. I just reused some that I've reused a few times at this point, but couldn't be bothered trying to figure out my lashes, so I was like, I'm just gonna reuse some, you know? They are the Soulmate. I'm obsessed with this eye makeup. This is just like about as sexy as I'll get, to be honest, because I'm not a sexy gal. The eye look is bombshell. It's giving like, I don't even know, like siren, hot girl. Let's get into it. Some bronzer. I might even do a little bit of contouring today, even though I barely ever contour. This shade is like the perfect contour shade. I think though I'm gonna use a like fluffy brush. So just taking the tiniest little bit. I don't want it to be too defined today because I just don't. But just to give a little bit of shape, sometimes what I like to do is just go in like this and kind of put it just underneath like where my cheek goes. And using a big brush, it almost looks not there, which is what you want for a shadow contour. By all means, if you like to do like a proper contour, do it. Do you see this though? It's just adding like a natural shadow right here. Like, it's so subtle. You can just build it up. And it's just giving me shape without looking like I'm doing a lot of contouring. Doing a little bit on my nose. I'm actually going to use the darker one today. I've got a bit of fake tan on, so it's really, really nice and warm. I love a warm bronzer, you know me. That's the perfect color I wanted. Now, last time I used this perfect blush. This color is unreal. It's unreal. But today, let's go in with the pink. I'm going to use the same brush and just go light-handed, okay, on my skin tone. It is bright, but it's made for everyone. Now this does not make me look grey. Like some, I don't know, some cool tone blushes make me look grey. You've seen it. You've seen it in my videos. But this one is just like fun. Okay, I'm going in a bit more now, like another layer with a bit more powder on my brush. Focusing it like right underneath the outer corner of my eye and then kind of blending it out afterwards. And then to highlight, I'm using the Shame shade, a little incy wincy bit of XO, just a tiny bit because it is pigmented. If you apply too much at once, you might get I don't know, just a real like spotlight effect. I mean, by all means, if that's what you're going for. Whereas when you just pick up a tiny bit on your brush and do a light hand, you're going to get more of that glazed look. So less pigment, or less pressure, less product, glazed. More pressure, more product, spotlight full on, okay? You want something with a little bit of fluff to it too if you want it to be a bit more like blown out. Unreal. I'm obsessed. I love it. Right, lips. I'm gonna do something that I have on my desk. We're gonna go in with clay. I used clay. Did I use clay last time? I can't remember. I've been using this like every day for a while. This is perfect with this look though. It's a little bit more like, you know, it's not warm. It's a bit cooler. I like to kind of do a layer, blend it, do another layer, blend it, and then go back in and define. I know it sounds silly, but it helps to give more of like a shape to the lip and like contouring it basically. Now I think I'll do a tiny bit of Millie, which is like a purpley undertone, like purpley pink, just a little. I'm kind of blotting it on, not swiping, because I just want it to almost have like that stained look. That's kind of like grunge and cute, don't you reckon? On my finger, I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the blush and just press that right in the middle, pressing my lips together to blend it. I love it. I'm going to go back in with that same setting spray. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. This pimple though can go piss off. I don't know why I look yellow right now. It's the camera, it's the white balance. I love this look. My goodness. This is the kind of eye look that makes me want to go like back out clubbing or something. I literally look like a Simpson. Why is everything yellow? If I hold up something white, I feel like it kind of fixes it. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the support on KYLEE's page, xoBeauty's page, my page, with the palette already so far. By the time you watch this, obviously we've uploaded a lot of content over there if you want to go check it out, and I just thank you so much. Honestly, thank you so much. This has been such a long time in the making, and regardless of what the product is, I always get so nervous. I freak out, I freak out, I freak out, I freak out, I freak out leading up to like, you know, announcing the product. So the fact that everyone's just loving it is just amazing, and of course they would, because this palette is just literally amazing. KYLEE, you have done the best job ever. You've created something so gorgeous. Literally, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm thankful to you for bringing this into my life, because I'm going to be using this palette every day as well. It is just so versatile. It is so easy to work with. The colors are amazing. Every time I use this palette, I just feel so pretty. It's just everything. She's everything. Oh my god. Congratulations, and thank you so much for trusting me and trusting my brand, working with Hamish and I to make this like, wow, definitely one of my career highlights so far. Just such a cool journey, and I'm just obsessed. I'll of course have everything I've used in these two looks. Am I filming? Oh my god, I just had a moment. I was like, what if I'm not filming? I'm filming. Everything's fine. I'll have everything I've used in the last couple looks down in my description, including the palette, of course. Go check it out before it's gone. It's limited edition, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!